Hello guys, welcome everyone for another map guide VOD. Today we're going to be talking about Bear River map and how to play it in War of Tanks. Please, if you are struggling on this map and you would like to learn a lot of tricks and positions and patience, watch this VOD. Let's start with heavy tanks first, and from both sides, pretty much from both sides, this is exactly where the heavies location will be. All the heavies brawls. Super heavy armored, hold on heavy tanks, anything armored, pretty much all this area. Now the medium line will be this side here, and the middle is going to be mediums and light tanks and non-armored tanks and speedy tanks. So let's start with heavies first. From both sides, initial position will be like this, going like this or this, and same from the other side is going to be like this, and taking this initial position and going like this. Now when do you take top and when you take bottom? When you take top is like if you are playing hold on tanks, just like S-Kong and some tanks with turret armor, you play top high ground. If you play bottom, you play bottom if you have any gun depression, super heavies such as E100s, you know, things like that. You could play bottom here. As you see on this side, we just spawned in and we're going to get into initial position on the heavy line, and we are playing in the 705A. We do not have any gun depression, but we have to play low and we cannot play high. You need to make sure to be careful when you advance the lower side, because if you don't have any support, you might get cut and you will never make it out alive. Meanwhile, if you are playing any heavy tanks that have gun depression and some third armor, you can play high ground and start actually having shots on these targets in front of you. Remember, do not give them the high ground if possible, otherwise you will be all in trouble on the heavy line. Alright, let's talk about medium tanks on this map. There are two ways to play medium tanks on this map. Is the armored medium tanks, you will expect them to be just like on the heavy line, brawling the heavies, and the non-armored heavy medium tanks, sorry, it will be playing all at 1-2 line, or you're gonna see them going in middle. So the two ways is from both sides to go and take middle and go up the hill, and same way from the other side is go middle and take up the hill. So this is going to be a gameable 50-50 medium tanks, especially the fast medium tanks, and taking middle, and it's going to be brawl. However, the other way is to play in 1-2 line with medium tanks and take these positions and start brawling medium tanks the same way. So pretty much middle and 1-2 line is a medium line play. These positions up here is going to be all passive medium line positions. You can always have brawl just like the middle brawl on the 1-2 line too. As you see, we take a middle on this map from this side, and you're gonna face something like this. So it's a gameable 50-50. If you're trying to take the middle, you gotta be careful from what you see on the enemy lineup. However, taking middle is very good. Once you take the middle, you can actually secure the 1-2 line from here, and you can actually have pretty good angles on them. Meanwhile, on the 1-2 line, the way to go is pretty much just 1-2 line, going approach the enemy lines, brawl. You can expect enemy mediums to be around, so it's just gonna be a normal brawl, and you gotta make sure you are not alone. It's really important. As you see in this battle, I pretty much approach the enemy lines all the way to advance more and find enemy targets and start to clear it out. Alright, what about tank destroyers? Tank destroyers, the armored tank destroyers that has armor. Pretty much you go in heavy line and you just brawl the heavies just like any heavy do. But the non-armored tanks, it will be pretty much placing positions on the 1-2 line to support mediums just like usual. And you can actually have just pretty much sniping positions towards the enemy line. However, what are the tanks to snipe with? Pretty much anything doesn't have armor. Like any tank that doesn't have armor, Sturv, Grill 15. I mean, even medium tanks that doesn't have armor, like Leopard and things, just like earlier we mentioned, they can be also a sniper positions. So taking these positions, it pretty much will allow you to have firing line everywhere. This the middle towards this, and same thing from the other side towards the middle and towards this. Tank destroyers can also be placed in positions in base spawn if needed it only, and we're gonna talk about this later, but so far 1-2 line is the main way to go with tank destroyers that's non-armored. As you see in this battle, we're taking E3, which is we have a lot of armor on it. We can advance our heavy line and just go in and try to clear out and support our heavies in that area. Meanwhile, you see where with the Grill, we just try to have an initial position and try to snap on the 1-2 line since we do not have any armor. Let's talk about light tanks. Light tanks pretty much you're gonna place positions, and as initial the spot is to either go middle from both sides or go in 1-2 line and just start play it off here. However, which one is a preference? I would say probably 1-2 line, since the middle is kinda, it depends on what light tank you're playing. I would say most light tanks will go 1-2 line from both sides. Recommended. Going middle is an option, but again, you cannot expect what's gonna happen in the middle, and you can also just like go in with these 1-2 line and play the pushes and spot, and at the same time light tank, there are two positions from both sides can be actually spotting from. Is this position right here, and you can also have a position right here as an initial position to play here behind the pushes, and you can actually spot whatever goes up this side, and from this side you can spot whatever goes up this side. As you see on this side, we spawn with EBR and we just go in and to take middle, and from the middle we're gonna be able to spot the heavies crossing to the heavy line, just like this. As well, you can also play the 1-2 line just like we talked about, and just advance and try to find any targets for your team to be able to take down for you. Artillery would be placed just like in the spawn. From both sides, just play like here, and from the other side playing just back here. Depends on the angles, and you know, just an arty thing. Now let's talk about the tricks. What are the tricks on this map? It's very important, and you need to focus with that because a lot of people doesn't even know about it. However, let's start with a trick from this side. If you are going heavy line, you are advancing heavy line, you are clearing out everything. Remember to never ever advance to this line outside here. Do not do that. You know why? Because enemy tank destroyers will be up here, they will have shots towards you, and pretty much you're gonna be in crossfire. So instead what you can do is, instead of going to this line, instead you rotate back. You clear out everything, you rotate back around like this, and you go like this safe way. And you meet up with the middle of the whatever going here, and start advancing everything here. As you see here, after we're done with the heavy line, we are actually rotating around instead of pushing forward and being crossfire, just to be safe. Now, what about this side? on this side and stay focused here. If you are ever going heavy line and you feel like you're not gonna manage to win the heavy line, or you are, let's say, short numbers, they have overmatch on you, you just have like after reading the minimap, there's a trick you can do from here. You do not stay here and die, especially if you are playing something with mobility, heavy tank with mobility, right? If you are super heavy, that's a different story. You probably can do the same if you could. If not, then it depends on the situation. But if ever happen and you do not win that heavy line, your rotation will be like this, leaving from here and going all the way outside here, and you playing this position right here at E7. E7 is very powerful position. I can tell you what this can do. From here, you will let the enemy approach like this, or comes out like this to you, and you're gonna be here playing and put them in crossfire, and your tank destroys from here, and here will cover you and will never be able to let anybody to push you. As you see in this battle right here, I'm going in with a heavy line with a Quran, but I felt like I should leave because if I stay, I might die. We're trying to leave and take our position as fast as possible before the enemy approach to me. As you see, we have the Iron Ernie made a mistake with another tank and they didn't know what's coming. They will try to advance you and do their best to finish you, but remember, you have cover and this position will work perfectly, especially if your team have the control of the K line, which is the medium line. Now, what about the other side? What I will do from the other side? The same thing, pretty much. There is just like this position is here, from the other side they have this position over here. So if you feel like you're losing the heavy line, you can run away like this way. If you're playing this side, you can run away this way, and you have the other option to drop from here and also go down here, take this position, which is that position will be B5, and you cannot take it with any tanks for sure. You will be able to take it with something like hold on tank, or it has third armor or specific tanks, right? Taking that position will make you denying whatever comes from here, which is the heavy line, and also make you farm anything goes up here. So you will have shots pretty much over here and over here. That position is just gonna deny everything here. Again, just like this position doesn't work if you don't have the K line controlled, this position is the same thing. If it doesn't work if you don't have the whole medium line control too. Anyway, that's all what I got for you guys about this map. I hope so. This will be helpful and useful information for you, and will help you in the battle field. Please, if you'd like to see more of us, subscribe to the YouTube, check us out on Twitch, and I'll see you guys on the next VOD. Take care, have a good one.